à la croisée des chemins.
Framaren production biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck Mariasin may sa biige ma biir Seattle la kañ la mani leen le 25 octobre la képp koo xamante ni yaa ngi nekk ci biir États-Unis yaa ngi waajal bis bi nga xamante ni Wally Ballago Seck war naa ñëw biir Seattle dëbb ko ba mu mokk waaye lii lu koy fay xóoma ko waa Seattle tapis rouge lañu woote tapis rouge waaw nga di DJ Dalo kon noonu lay demee tapis rouge la mani la tapis rouge la kay xale yi nga xamante ni ñoom ñoo gën a rafet ca Seattle daal di génn seeni sañse def seeni cheveux naturel daal di def seen robe yu tubaabe maa la ñamal lii jox ma say nopp ma daat lay wax les tickets sont disponibles bien sûr ticket normal $200 VIP ticket $300 waaye les tables sont à $4000 lii nag moom yomb na nee naa leen gaaw ngeen daal di jënd seen ticket ndax Wally Ballago Seck pare na tax na ba mel ni naana am na artiste invité ma ne leen xale bi nga xamante ne en ce moment moom moo yëngal biir États-Unis elle se nomme tout simplement Amani mu waye mu neex bu ambiance mu neex lu mu def mu neex événement bi mi ngi am ci Molway Event Center Wally ni ci biir salle bi laa leen di dëbbalee dëkk bi mu mokk mbokk yeeg xarit yi jox leen ma seen nopp ma daat leen di jigleel ñi nga xamante ni ñoom la ñu jagleel bis bi king of the night Malick Naar Fall borom États-Unis king of the night Dieynaba Demba Diamé phase of the night dim Seriane borom Vantus Seydi Cissé gaari Njarmeew Moussa Mbaye Ousmane Touré molos of the night Sonia Diamé spécial jet se ona Khady Laylo Balma from Texas Prozo of the night Alaaji Ngom Abdoulaye Touré sister of the night nag mooy Yande Koddu Mariama Fati Ndey Wad yaa Ami Gay ci biir Aïda Fati jigéen ju mën góor ci biir waaye nag ki nga xamante ni moom mooy Zeynab Korom ak Traverso jigéen ju mën góor et couple of the night Diza and Dua Baro Nades and Mariane Rocky Ndiaye and Yaya Ami Kayta and Ibrahima Cissé Sira Seck Dabo ak Alaaji Dabo couple référence yi la ilaha illallah princess of the night bangok nag Ndey Yacine Cissé cat of the night nag Fanta Kora jigéen ju mën góor waaw ñooñu la ñu jagleel bis bi nga xamante ni moom mooy am biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck man DJ Dalo maa ngi ci biir ku ma ca dëgg ni ma mas vous êtes tous invités.
asalaamaaleykum mbokk yi maa ngi leen ay nuyu ñëpp seen tur ak seen sant di leen jaar bu baax a baax fu waay mën a nekk ñu ngi leen ay jaar di leen jox seen wàccuwaay ñu ñëwaat ak yéen nag si beneen programme yi Diaspora Profile nag gis na fi nag fan yi nag gisu leen ñu parce que dañ doon waajal season 3 bi startoon nañ season 3 bi sax waaye yu activities yu bari happen yoo xam ne dama si waroon a dem loolu moo tax gisu leen ma ci Diaspora Profile waaye nag dellusiwaat nañ ak season 3 nag ñu indil leen nag ay line up yu baax a baax a baax tey nag gis ngeen dama am gan gu màgga ñu ko ooyee docteur Abdoulie Sanneh nekk ca Southampton tey moom mooy suma gan bi moom lañ ñoo profile waaye li indi waxtaan bi tey li ci ëpp doole sax mooy taxawaayam ci biir Southampton waaye nag man maa ko ne ko nag soo ñëwee mënuma laa am as gan gu màgga bu day ni yow may laa indi di waxtaanee rek li xew Southampton te profile ma la tuuti so loolu moo tax nag tey dañ ko profile nag yéen nag ñoo seetaanee fii ci Facebook diñu seetaanee TikTok diñu seetaanee ci YouTube bi yéen nag ñoo seetaanee ci Buhari Kasama Raki Media TV foofu ngeen ñu nekk dañu seetaanee su fekkee ne yéen nag ñoo dégga please wax la ñu yéen ñoo dégga because suñu waxtaan bi tey dafa am solo lool comme xam nga naka lañ ko dee defee rek si Diaspora Profile dinañ la laaj waaye waxtaan rek la dee nekk du dee nekk loo xam ne dama ciy gaañ nit dugga ci vie privée déedéet du ma koy defee noonu damay waxtaanee li nga xam ne moo jara waxtaanee loolu la ñuy waxtaanee ak suñu docteur bi waaye nag dama ko amal lu bëri nag under my sleeves and I'm sure ne dina ne waa xale bi moom fu mu jëlee yi yëpp mu maa laaj ñi tey Dr. Abdoulie, how are you?
I am fine, Fatima.
Are you okay?
I'm excited to be here today. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for joining my platform. It's an honor to have you here. After meeting you, I think a few months ago in Southampton, now I have you here on Diaspora Profile Live and Direct. But before we go any further, I'll allow you to introduce yourself, and then so that we'll pick it from there.
Yeah. So yeah, my name is Abdullah. Abdullah Sanneh, if you want. I want to say Abdullah. I live in Southampton. I'm from the Caribbean. Yeah.
I think the mic is really not really, it's not giving us what we want. Can you adjust the mic? Like I think something's echoing. If it's, I don't know if it's from my end or your end. Yéen a ngi dégg echo bi si man la ndax si moom man su ma waxee da ngeen di dégg echo.
No. When you talk, I can hear you, but I can hear myself. Yeah.
Okay, I think let me mute my end and then you talk. Let me see what's gonna happen.
Okay. Yes. So my name is Abdoulie Sanneh. Some people call me Dr. Abdoulie Sanneh. I live in Southampton for the last 23 years. I'm from the Gambia, the West Coast. I'm here with my family, my wife, and my 4 children. I used to work at the Ministry of Health. So I worked there for 10 years, I think. Yes, so I was originally I was public health officer, and then came to the UK to study, and I lived in the UK since then. It depends on how much information you want from me. So,
Yeah, don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't worry. I will go with you. Dinala get step by step. But guys, usually that is for a profile. I usually speak Wolof, but today is gonna be different because Uncle Abdullah mom, his Wolof will be Olofin. So let's just do my crooked English and he's good English. So we're gonna do it that way, and a little bit of Wolof, obviously. I'm sure he understands because my target audience, to be honest with you, is the local language. Since I can only speak Wolof, I stick to Wolof, but it doesn't mean that I don't invite people and speak English as well. So I'm gonna try. My English is not good, but I'm still gonna try. So now, Dr. Abdullah, first things first, we want to know who Dr. Abdullah is. So, who Dr. Abdullah is, like where you were born, school. Let's go up to primary school and then we stop there. We'll take it from there. So, who's Dr. Abdullah? Where are you from?
okay.
Just a little bit background.
So my parents are from Badibu. I don't know whether anyone know the audience.
So Badibunkanga.
Yes, Badibu. At the same time, I'm a Kianka, I'm both Kianka and Badibunka because my parents' came from Kia and they moved to Badibu, and from Badibu they came to Kombo. And Jambanjeli is where I did my primary school, and I went to Nusrat High School, and then my parents moved from Jambanjeli to Sanchaba Suley Job. That's where they live now. Oh, well, my mom and dad passed, but that's where my brothers and my sisters live now. So I'm from everywhere, from Kiang, from Badibu, and from Kombo. So yes.
So if someone is from Badibu, I cannot say Badibunkala. So so you say you're from Kiang, so Kiang can no Taylor today. I know people live in Badibu, but I'm not sure if they are no, it doesn't make sense because I know someone who lives in Badibu and he's not Badibunga. But anyway, Sigatandal, Kianga Judo. Fufunga Yero, did you go to school in Kiang or?
No, Jambanjeli.
Jamba, you.
Kombo, Jambanjeli, primary school, all my primary school, Jambanjeli primary school. And then I moved to Biding, where I went to Nusrat High School and graduated from Nusrat High School, went to School of Public Health in Banjul. And from there, I worked in different places. I started with...
one second. Let's go back. Let's rewind a little bit. When you were in school, how can one describe you as a child growing up? Someone who was very stubborn. This is profile, and everybody's watching you live, and I'm sure your friends are watching you live. So such a film, they will know. So you cannot search at a film. So, so tell us tell us a little bit about Dr. Abdoulie. Growing up as a child, degeron na bopa, degeruton bopa, education, like education wise, nakala melon ci janga bi ak yoy. Yeah, we want to hear a little bit, about that.
I think this is a bad idea. Yes. Well, primary God. Yeah, primary school, Jambanjali, yes. Oh God. Yes. I was not a bad student. Well, academically I was good, but behavior-wise, sometimes I could be a bit challenging from primary school up to primary year 6. And the interesting thing is year 6, when I was in, well, you don't want me to jump to year 6. You want to, okay, before going to year 6, primary school, year 1, year 2, year 3, I was a bit stubborn, to be honest. I create a lot of chaos sometimes. I used to create a lot of chaos. My teachers always loved me, though. So that's the good thing. And I used to have a lot of friends, primary school. I can't remember my friends' names, but I'm sure if they are watching this online, they'll probably be poking their fingers or something. Yeah. So yeah. So I enjoyed Jambanjele Primary School very well. And I remembered when I used to go to Fridays. I go to school on Fridays every Friday, is because they cook that kind of pancake, school pancake, Friday pancake. I used to like that a lot. Even if I was absent from Monday to Thursday, I go to school on Friday, just to make sure that I've got that pancake that they cook. I don't know, I can't remember the name, but it used to be a big pancake thing.
Doctor, leka mola dan yobu school Friday. Friday dan leka mola. Gayang la dega de.
What I said, this is a bad idea. yeah, Leka definitely that time. Early in my food was the only reason. Pancake was the only reason I go to school those days. The earlier part of my education, and gradually.
Okay. So pancake guys, but still, do you still love pancake?
Yes. Still now, I ask people to make pancake.
Aha! That explains when I came. It explains why when I came to the gala, there were pancakes on the table. And I remember the plate you gave me had pancakes. And now I remember. Now I know why. Aja, one master Dr. Vite. Okay. Bahna, now at least I know when I'm coming to Southampton again, I am coming with a box of pancakes. From my own type of pancakes. At least I know what to give you as a gift now. That's nice.
Was good. And primary 6, the interesting thing about me in primary 6 was when I was in year 6, I used to have a teacher, a maths teacher, who really loved me, and he believes that I could achieve more than I set myself for. I have to have all the questions, maths questions, right, 100%. Otherwise, they will lay me. He will lay me in class. Or he will come to my dad and tell my dad that, this is what Abdullah, he's just, lazy, because he could have get all these questions right. I'm sure if my classmates are here that were in year 6, they will attest to that. And I was really frustrated. Everybody will get things wrong except me. If I get things wrong, especially maths, I always have punishment. And really, I thought he hated me.
So expectation was very high for you. The bars were raised so high for you.
Yeah.
Why was that? Was it because you were one of the A student, or the teacher just wanted you to not to fall? He just wanted up. Why?
Yeah. Because well, I think he was right then, because I was very playful. But I if there is any problem in terms of maths, they give it to me at any time. Because I remember when I was in year 5, they used to come to me and take me to year 6 to help year 6 in maths. And when I went to year 6, I was still playful, and he didn't like that at all. That's why he thought, every question I get wrong is because I deliberately did it. and he will go and report me to my dad. And he set the standard for me. I didn't set those standards. I didn't set my own standard. It's him who set the standards for me. So, but it paid off in the end, because when I sat my common entrance, I went to Nusrat. Maths became my favorite subject throughout and that was the reason why I do science all throughout my career. But he was the one who set the expectations, not me.
Set the bar to that level. Okay.
Yeah.
And then now from primary school, now you pass your exams, obviously, and then went to Nusrat High School. What was it like in high school?
Oh, high school was a bit challenging at first because I was used to playing with my friends, doing stuff. But high school was a lot more serious for me, too serious for me. But I had to understand that coming from Jambanjeli, I came to the Combos. I had to be serious and study. But even with that, I managed to find friends that I work with that will play with me. And because for me, play is part of my ways to cope with situations and things like that. And that was the reason why I made sure that I have good friends that will study with me, but will also have plenty of time to play with me. So high school was good, was challenging, was good. But we in my team, my group, we did very well. We made new friends, and we focused on the subjects that we needed to focus on, but also play hard as well. So yeah. So
When you say play hard, what was your hobby? What did you like to play with?
anything that brings joy to people. It's basketball, football, even rounders. If I find girls doing rounders, I ask them whether I can join. So most of the time they kick me out, but sometimes I join them, play around us. I like to do bat or catch the ball and things like that. And I also like going to cinema a lot those days if I have the money. And I go, like, if there is football at the stadium, Bakau, I'll walk from Bundung to Bakau, and I don't have the money to get into the stadium. I'll climb the walls and climb those lamp poles just to make sure that I was there. I hope the police are not listening to me. And make sure that
Everybody's hearing it now. With all of that, you still passed your exams, and you never fall on your grades and stuff like that. And you made mention of cinema. Then, which cinema did you have to go to? Because I remember most of Maneke Halal, Hamnane Banjul more among cinema. But where did you go to cinema?
No, there's a cinema. Is it Chucklestown? It's towards Serekunda, just before the market. Not the other one that's on London corner. The other side. If you are from the market and you are going to Bundung, where the cars are normally parked on the left hand side, it's not there now, I think. But there used to be a cinema there, so I walked.
We will get help from the comment section. For those who know cinema bu nekon bori Bundung ban la bindal len mako ma xam ban la, because man mom I have no knowledge of it. Parce que man yefi cinema mom ba ma nekké halal Banjul la dikon. Banjul amon na cinema. I remember that clearly, but I don't think I have ever been, or if I have been, it's one. Aisha Mari. Is it Aisha Mari?
Okay, Aisha Mari, yes. Aisha Mari is on the, I think it's the one at London corner. The other one is a different one.
Somebody said Aisha Mari.
Yeah, Aisha Mari is one of them, but there's another one.
There's another one. Okay. Kiwa Aisha Precious, thank you. Precious said Aisha Mari. And there was another one.
Yeah, there was another one. And my favorite
is it Omar Mary? Something Mary? Somebody wrote, or the far, I don't know. But Aisha Mari, ham nani dal Aisha Mari turbo remember na ko. So how ma dal if you Aisha Mari.
Yeah.
So you from the cinema. Now, a lot of people came to Diaspora Profile, but they have challenges. They face challenges growing up, especially being a little child, and education was like. What about you? Growing up in your family, was education a must, or were you one of those who came out of the family to be the first to have an education.
Yes, yes. You spot on. That's spot on.
Which
Well,
one?
I'm on the. I was actually the first one, to be honest. I was the first one. I've got brothers, and I've got a brother and sisters that were not gone to school. No, it was me. It started with me, and from me, the rest of the family went to school. But those days, education was not a massive thing. People don't really fancy education that much. But my father really liked education. So he thought, he's not educated. He was not educated himself. He was just a farmer, just like any other sustenance farmers in Gambia. Both my mom and my dad were just farmers. They were not educated at all. But my dad decides that, I can go to school. And the interesting bit, he asked me questions. He said, I want you to go to English school, but based on the agreement, we will have an agreement. If you are going to agree to that, you will start schooling. I said, what is that? He says, you go to school, you will not smoke cigarette, okay? And you will not drink alcohol. Those are the two conditions that I have to fulfill to go to school. So I said, yeah, that's easy. That's fine. I will not smoke cigarette, and I've never smoked a cigarette since. I will not drink alcohol. So yeah. So those are the two conditions he put in place for me, and for me to start schooling. Because before me, the focus is on farming. I don't know what he sees to how to call it, to encourage him to ask me to go and attend school. I am not sure what.
So it was his idea for you to have an education. It wasn't like you came to him and said, Dad, look, I want to go to school like my mates and stuff like that. So it was his idea.
Yeah, it was in. Yeah.
Okay, so you're the first one, and then the one after that, everybody started going to school now.
I understand that was bias. You know why? I was just reflecting now. Because my dad named me after himself. so he named me when I was a baby. I was told that there was a very massive argument or conversation that took place within our families, our extended family, that they have never seen anyone having a child and you name your child after yourself. So they wouldn't allow that.
Yeah, because that used to be those who the Western thing, like those who went to the West came back to the Gambia, they can name their kids after like Junior and stuff like that, or people from the Aku side, and you have them naming them their kids after themselves. But it wasn't common for like Wolofs, Mandinkas, Fullers, because it was a tradition that they have to name their child after their grandparents or after their brothers or after someone that have done something for them in the past that means a lot. But now you having your dad naming him you after himself, understand na mu nekk loo xam ne coow la woon.
He said he dreamt about it. He dreamt about it several times. So he has to. And then his brother says, no, that's not going to happen. And they push and pull, and I think they voted or something. They did something, and then it came out that he was right, and that was the reason why I was named after him. And I think he reflects on that, and he wanted to give me the best. I have no idea, but yeah, probably he was biased.
Okay, Lengi, but what did that do for you, being a male child and the only one educated at that time? What did it do to you? What did it mean to you?
Yeah,
How did it make you
yeah,
value education?
yeah, yeah. At the time, I didn't actually realize, to be honest. At the time, I didn't realize what it actually meant to go to. For me, it was just fun. Go to school. Other people are going, you go and join them. If you want to go, if you don't want to go, if there is pancake happening, you go there. For me, it was just fun, and he will encourage me to go. You need to go to school, So during the week, he would encourage me to make sure that I go to school. But if I don't want to go, he doesn't put too much pressure on me. But as I was growing older, I realized that it's important that I go to school and have friends and learn new things and things like that. So it created I would say it created he created a platform for my future, actually, because if you look at all the things that happens in my life, probably if it were not that I started education, going to primary school and do education, probably those things will not happen. I'm not saying Allah knows best, but it really, really helped me to think otherwise, to think differently, because schooling is about, it's not only about, people think schooling is about all academic, but it's more than academic. The social setup is different. Your interaction with other people is different. You learn everything every day. You learn new things whilst you are interacting beyond your normal daily life. So that brings me up in a very positive way. The environment that was created for me was not suppressive. I came from a very loving family, even though they were not wealthy at all. They were sustenance farmers. They made sure that I'm happy throughout my life. And I was very happy when I was a child. And at school environment was great for me as well. I was a happy student throughout. People liked me. I was fun to be with, to be around as well. So it shaped my future. It shaped me, the person I became, because I know I have taken a lot from my dad, especially my dad, to be honest, in terms of his generosity towards people, in terms of his openness to help out, to help people, and my mom in terms of her kindness and calmness, because she's very calm. She's the quietest woman I have ever, in fact, she is the quietest person I have ever known in my life. Um, and my dad is probably one of the funniest guys. You can spend the whole laughing. My wife will tell you how much she loves my dad. Yeah. So yeah. So education is it created a massive opportunity for me, a massive one indeed.
Thank you, thank you. And now, after primary school, high school, what next? Did you get to? I think you said that. Let's talk about work in the Gambia. How did you get your job, your first salary? What did you spend it on your first salary? Yes, these things. You see, today I'm taking you back to memory lane. I'm not taking so yeah. So your auntie is like this. So let's hit adulthood now.
Wow. Okay. Oh God. Okay. So from high school, I went to School of Public Health. I was registered at School of Public Health. Actually, initially, my intention was, I didn't know about School of Public Health when I was in high school at all. After high school, I told people that I was going to do electronics engineering. I was going to do electronic engineering, even though I was saying that I didn't even know where I was going to do that. And then I realized that GTR used to offer some courses towards electronics and engineering, something like that. And I went to GTR to register, but I was unfortunate. I was late. I was late for registration. I was told that the registration has closed. And I didn't know what to do next. I didn't want to be a teacher, even though when I was going to Nusrat, I used to go on holidays to Katab and other places. I go to their primary school, year 6, teaching them maths. I volunteered to teach year 6s in maths. When I was in high school, I did a lot of that. But I still didn't want to be a teacher. So when I came back and I thought, wow, so what should I do next? So I was searching, I was asking people, and there was this guy. I'm hoping that he's listening to this. He's in America now. He was a nurse at the time. His name is Lamin Fati. He told me about, why can't you go to Gambia College School of Nursing, School of Public Health, or HTC? I said, you know what? I don't want to be a teacher, and I don't want to be a nurse. He says, oh, so what do you want to be? I said, I don't know. He said, why can't you try public health then? I said, okay. So he gave me $100 on that day. He said, you go and buy their, what's it called? Their admission form or registration form, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I went and I bought the registration form. I came and I completed it. I showed it to him. He said, "Oh, you're gonna go and return it before it's too late." So I took the registration form. Lamin Jatta is related to Sidia Jatta. He was living with Sidia Jatta in the same house. Those days I used to go and brew attire for Sidia Jatta. I used to spend a lot of time with him. We talked a lot about France and the things that he used to do and things like that. And I brew attire for him. He didn't like, the attire that he likes is the attire I like, attire without sugar. It's the only attire I drink. Yeah, so, yeah, so, so I went to School of Public Health. I took that to School of Public Health, and I was lucky. I was called for an interview, and I went there. I met another Abdoulie Sanneh, who also came for an interview, the same interview. And one interview, two Abdoulie Sannehs. I was confused, but in the end, anyway, I think we all did interviews, and then in the end, they called me, and I went to School of Public Health to study, and that program was for 3 years. Environmental health and public health diploma, higher diploma. So that's what happened. School of Public Health was interesting. I remember those days we used to be given $200 as our stipend, and $200 is within $200 I will buy a bag of rice for my parents, and I'll have some balance in my pocket. And I think we were also given some money for transport, travel. I can't remember.
Just $200.
Yeah, just $200. Yeah, yeah. I used to buy rice for them, and I'll have some balance, and I'll go and buy Malta with my boys, and we sit. Those days when you drink in Malta, it's a big thing, you know. And you sit outside, you know, do you have an attire, but you have your Malta next to you, and drinking it and stuff like that. Yeah, so that, God, oh God. Um, Sorry, I cannot hear you.
That's your Gambia for you and your time in Ligay for you. So now, Ligay. How did leaving the Gambia came about? Was it through scholarship or something else? You find a visa and then came. How did it leaving Gambia came about?
Yeah, so okay, when I completed public health, I was employed at Ministry of Health as a public health officer, and I was posted to Kauru Health Center, and I was there for 4 years. Well, during that time, I met my wife's dad, and I worked with him for years. And then when I left Kauru, I was posted to Gambisara. Okay, so during that time, I applied Irish scholarship, and I was successful to go to Ireland to study clinical science. School of Clinical Science, to do specialize in health promotion. So I went to that scholarship, and I was in Ireland for a year to do that course. And then when I finished, I came back. So when I came back to Gambia, they take me to Ministry of Health National AIDS Control Program. That time, Paos was the manager. No, that time no, Paos was not the manager. Alhaji Koli was the manager, National AIDS Control Program, and I was with Alhaji for almost a year. And then when I was with Alhaji for almost a year, I got a scholarship from Gambia government, Ministry of Health, to come and study Saturday University. Scholarship, 3 universities. So I chose Southampton because the brochure Southampton showed me has got some Black people there. So I thought Southampton is diverse. So I want to go to university where it is diverse and be able to connect with other people. So that was the reason why I came to Southampton to study, to do my master's program.
And what year was that?
Oh gosh, okay. I came to Southampton in 2002. Is it? Is it November 2002? November, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2000 because when I came, it was very cold here. It was extremely cold.
I was gonna come to that. How did you cope? Coming from Gambia, hot weather be, and then you have to come here. It's very cold, and you became a bit JJC. How did
Yeah,
you cope?
God, that was. I can write a book about that. Anyway, so when I came, I going to Ireland, I thought that has prepared me more for Southampton. But where I was in Ireland is Galway. It's a lot of rains, but the weather was not too bad in terms of weather, cold weather. It wasn't bad, when I came to the UK, it was very cold. It was in November. And the trouble that I had was when I was coming to the UK, I didn't arrange with the university to pick me up. And secondly, I didn't tell the university the day that I was coming. So I came to the airport. I then realized that, oh gosh, what's going to happen now? It is weekend, the universities are closed, and I didn't contact anyone in the university to pick me up. And I didn't know where exactly in Southampton I was supposed to be. And I don't know which house to go to. So that was a problem for me. So anyway, I took the train.
Déedéet bul anyway de naka nga def bul anyway de JJC nga wondi Johnny just come. At that time, Johnny just come. What did you do? And was the pocket money so huge for you
Yeah,
to go
no,
to a hotel?
I
So
think
tell us.
my pocket money was finished. That wasn't. Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So when I came, the only money that I have with me at the time was the ticket to Southampton. And so I spoke to the people at the airport, the train station, and the bus station. So they told me they connected me to the train. They helped me buy the ticket. I didn't know how to buy the ticket so they helped me. They showed me how to buy the ticket. I bought the ticket, and the money was for the ticket. So, so I came to Southampton. Actually, the coach. We took a coach because I couldn't afford the what's it called, the train. So they took me to the coach station. So I took the coach, and they told the coach driver that I was going to Southampton, and this is my first time in the UK. And it was very, very, very cold. I was freezing. I was just
So, but did
unbelievable.
you come prepared? Did you have something heavy? Were you schooled in Gambia? Like, were you told that when you go to England at this moment in time, it is very cold, gelata jackety? I hope you did not come with windbreaker, because a lot of people, when they were coming from Gambia, they came with windbreaker, not a jacket. Oh God, they came with windbreaker, like my uncle Buba Silla. No, my cousin Buba Silla.
Okay. I came with some coats, but because initially I was from Ireland, so Ireland it was more rain, so I was prepared like someone who is going to a place where there will be rain instead of cold weather. So I prepared like that. I've got a coat on. When it rains, it's not a big deal. I can maneuver. But when I came to the airport, that was not helpful at all. It was not helpful, and I didn't have the money to buy a coat that would be. So I didn't have the money. And I just, maneuvered and got into the coach and then got to Southampton. When I got to Southampton, when I came out of the coach, it was extremely cold. And I spoke to the people at the coach station. I said, you know what, this is my first time in Southampton. I've never been here before. And the trouble I have is I don't know where to go because I'm here for university. And the university's weekends, they don't operate. So can you help me? So everybody said, oh, how can we help you? We can't help you. And there was a guy, it was a lady actually, who said, you know what? I think the best bet would be to find you a B&B where you can spend the night. And then in the morning, because it was a Monday morning, no, it was a Saturday. They said you can spend it 2 nights, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, you go to the university and report yourself to the university. I said, but I don't have the money to pay the B&B. They said, no, that's not a big deal. What you're gonna do is when you book a B&B, tell them the day that you are coming out. The day that you're going out, you will pay on that day. They will make sure that you pay before you leave. I said, okay, that's fine. So I went to B&Bs and I told them, and I didn't have money to buy food as well because there's no money with me. So the B&B, they prepare breakfast, but not lunch. I made sure that that breakfast that they prepare was able to take me the whole day for 2 days.
So you did struggle a bit. You did struggle a bit then.
Yeah. That was just the beginning of the struggle.
Yeah, and get any problem that I'm gonna ask you the struggles, the challenges you face coming here at the very beginning. So and then you are pushing me there. Actually, let's go to the struggles then.
I'm trying to avoid as much challenges as possible because they are a handful challenges. Yeah. So I went to the university, and when I went to the university, because I didn't have the money to go to the university to walk to the university, so people when I asked people where the university is, they directed me to the university. It's a little bit far from where I was because I was living in at Polygon, which is city center, and the university is a little bit far. So they directed me. So I keep on asking people whilst I walk. 80% of the people I ask to direct me were reluctant to talk to me at all. So the only 10%, or well, 90% are reluctant. They rejected me. So the remaining 10%, majority of them are ladies, are the ones that directed me to the university. And when I got to the university, I went to international students, office. And I spoke to them, I explained myself to them. So they helped me, they called the B&B, they pay, and they asked me to stay there for a week while they sort out my accommodation. So they were paying the B&Bs and then, sorting out my accommodation. Yeah.
Wow, that was good. That was good. Yeah. That was then. But now, lolo façon gu mel nonu go mane dina amante. Du gawe nonu. No.
Because they will expect you to pay it yourself. Yeah. They will expect you to pay it. And my funding was from Ministry of Health. And it was not from, I don't think it's from government. I think it's Ministry of Health, actually. And they haven't given me enough money to travel with in the first place. So those times that I had to communicate with them to send me more money to be able to sort out myself. And Ministry of Health those days were massive challenges for me, to be honest. They did not do what they promised to do. Well, we come to that one. I don't know whether they are better now.
This was during the Jammy time. I know a lot of people when that got sponsorship, they were bond. There was a bond attached to it. Were you part of those that had a bond attached to your sponsorship or not?
Yeah. I had it for 2 years bond, something like that. 2 years, I can't remember. So there was a bond that was attached to my sponsorship, my scholarship. But the idea was they were going to pay for me to complete the master's degree program, but they paid only one semester. So something happened there. I don't know what happens. They didn't pay the rest of the course that I was doing. So I had to find another means to pay, go to work, do this, do that, lots of stuff, So it becomes very challenging, very, very difficult, to be honest, because I was younger, I was more agile and more creative in ways that I can generate money, but it all has to come, you have to do either night work and part of the day you work, you go to university the other part of the day. So about the university, the education, my school, the part of the academic, the department where I belong to, they really liked me. They were very helpful and very resourceful as well. In fact, I remembered there was a time that they decided that they were going to pay £1,800 for me as a department, which was amazing. I was not expecting that. Because I was supposed to be paid, the whole entire course supposed to be paid by my government, but my government didn't do that. They just paid first semester, the third and the fourth, and I had to defer a little bit so that I'll be able to pay the rest. But even with that, I went up to I finished the course. I still owe the university £3,000 that I had to work and pay, which they gave me the opportunity to work and pay. Yeah, so university generally it was a massive challenge, even though my grades were very good throughout the university. And the lecture, I attend all my lectures. I never miss a single lecture.
So the bond that was attached, what was the requirements? Because someone just sent me a message to ask what was your requirement of the bond that was attached to your scholarship.
Yeah, the bond was somebody has to guarantee, somebody has to be my guarantor to come back to Minister of Health and to serve Minister of Health 1 year or 2 years. I cannot remember. It's either 1 or 2 years, which I did actually. I did come back after my course.
Even though they did not pay the whole the whole fee that was supposed to be paid, you still went back to Gambia to serve them.
Yeah. Because I was determined to come back to Minister of Health. I was determined. That was not my plan was not to go to UK and stay in the UK. That wasn't my initial plan at all. My initial plan was I finished my course and I come to Gambia to serve the Gambians, and which I did. I came back to Gambia. I went back to National AIDS Control Program. The time that I went to National AIDS Control Program, at that time my previous manager was no longer there. He was moved to UNDP. And when I came, according to Powers, so I became the head of National AIDS Control Program. But Powers is the manager because he is the guy that has been running everything whilst I was away or when Alaji left. And I was there briefly, and then I had a scholarship. I again had a scholarship from the university that I went, Saturday University, to come and do my PhD. And that was the reason why I left Gambia again. And that one was a bit struggle because when I received the offer to come back to the UK to do my PhD, I went to Minister of Health. I told my bosses, the directors, the permanent secretary at the time, I can't remember their names. They didn't want me to come back. They said, no, you can't come back. You have to serve your whatever. You cannot go back to UK. I said, but listen, I went to this place. I did this course. You people didn't actually pay for this course. I finished. I came back to the Gambia to serve the Gambia, and I have another scholarship. Because you are not paying this scholarship, university is paying this scholarship, and they want me to go and do my PhD program. And you're saying no. And if it were you or your son, would you say no? They weren't happy with those comments at all. So I was there. I said, okay, if you don't want me to go, I won't go. So I stayed and I was asking people for advice, different departments, ministry. Everybody is saying, you are just wasting your time. You're wasting your time. I said, you know what? My offer was almost about to finish. I think it was less than a month. I think 3 weeks before the offer is withdrawn. I said, you know what? I'll just go. Yeah. So I came back. I came back to the UK.
But at this time, were you already married, or you were married in the first place before you left the first time?
Yeah, before I left the first time, before I traveled, my first travel to Ireland, I was married. I was married a month. Is it a month or 2 months before I traveled? I was sorry for my wife. Where is she? Is she here?
I don't know where she is, but I'm going to ask you this question. I heard that you have a lovely, lovely love story. How you met your wife?
No.
So what someone told me that if I'm love story, correct. I didn't meet Jabaram. Oh, it's so lovely. So Mosan used to do it. Like, let's have a little bit of it, like how you met. I know the father was your boss, or was he gave you a job, something like that. But now, moom mu sant la liggéey indi la pour nga liggéey yaa ngi xool doomam léegi dañu wax ne ngeen mitee nag tey let the Olaf in.
That is a topic for another day. Oh God, yeah. I work with the dad. The dad works under me. But he loves me. He loves me. I didn't know that, that time that he has beautiful daughters. I didn't know that. Yeah, so oh God. Yeah. So he is the one. He's the catalyst, I think. Oh, my wife is here. I'm not gonna think about it.
Look at the excitement when you saw your wife. The way, man, look, that is a love story. Like, hanga sa jabar suma harit la. Hanga sa jabar suma harit la, and I love her. You have to give me the love story, or I will break it down.
I have to ask permission, honey. Should I say a little bit or nothing? About how I met you?
Yeah, there's nothing to hide.
Okay.
You know she's my friend. By the way, I'm sending my regards to Mrs. Sanneh. Nala Sheri Kuko.
Oh God.
I have someone here who said he's your brother, top man. He said you didn't tell him that. You didn't tell him about the story, like the love story, how you met your wife. Now, give us a little bit. Your wife has given you the permission, so tell us how you guys met.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I go to work, and then when my wife comes to their village, because my wife's from Salum. I don't know how many of you know Salum. Kauru, Panchang.
Salum la.
Salum, yes, exactly.
All of la.
No, lie. My wife is Wolof. My wife is Wolof.
So, Dr. Sanneh, naka nga muna nyaka digi all of ni?
No, they go now. No, they go now. Seriously, they go now. They go now. Wife moko ande.
Bankoron uti dega nga all of. Why? Baka ko ame be pare da dega tulo all of. Yena dega li. Wa acha.
God, I could speak well, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we used to work together. Wow. So that time my wife was the head girl at Habitat High School. And when they have their speech, something, her dad used to tell me, oh, my daughter is having this event and stuff. And then I used to ask my ambulance driver, said, okay, can we go together? And then we go with that and go and attend the
ambulance tamit. Ambulance vitamin. You owe us petrol. You owe the ambulance petrol. You owe us petrol. You went and chased with our ambulance.
Yeah, because I always fail it anyway. I always fail the ambulance. So the driver is the one that's the problem, because I never paid him any penny. But he's a nice guy. If he wants money sometimes, because those days it's nice, isn't it? People will offer you goats, rams and stuff. They just come. They like you. They just offer to you. So we used to have a lot of that when I was in Kauru and other places. People offer you plenty of how to call it ganar and all sorts of things. So people offer you. So you give it to the ambulance drivers. They take it to their families because you, as a bachelor at that time, you don't have much responsibility. You have got money that you can sort yourself out, or you support your family, but you also have extra stuff that is coming your way.
Mane dugal ci love story bi nañ bay ganar bi nañ ko tek fele sino la lañ ko sino la tuda am naka lañ ko ci soose sax nga bu la jana nga love story commencé
sila jang
ila fita bori la nta kela iba fola bi
burga ma jàppale
sa jabar suma xarit la Black Beauty la mashallah ma mit ko Southampton. She's so humble, so down to earth.
Yeah, okay. So tell me now. Jàppal ma ci wolof, Go on.
Fatou, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Nuyu nañ la bu baax a baax madame Sanneh.
Loolu la de wax nit ñi bu ma doon dégg na wolof waaye bu maamee rek sa la fàtte wolof yi.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically nuñ mitee it was like kind of an arranged marriage.
By who?
Ndeysaan.
because moom daf doon liggéey ak suma papa moo nekkoon di ñoom time boobu noonu dañ daan train nit ñi like village health workers nga time boobu Gambia seen health system dañ daan jël few people from the village ñu yóbbu leen comme places like Bansang train them like su fekkee jigéen ñi la how to support women pour ñu am doom ñu nekk comme midwife si village yi daal ñi am góor ñoo xam ne tam dañ leen di jël ñoo dee dispense medication comme ñu am minor illness yi feebar yu ndaw yi bopp yu métti yeeg dañ daan am dispensary boo xam ne dañ dee ay medication so ñoom ñoo dee jox garab yi nit ñi so moom suma papa dafa demoon jàngi ji loolu for 6 months den bu mu ñëwee moom moo nekkoon di village health worker foofu noonu so kii Abdoulaye suma jëkkër moom time boobu daf dee ñëw mook suma papa ñoom moom health inspector la woon Gambia dañ dee inspect comme xar yeeg bëy yeeg si luumo yi balaa ñu leen a rey pour ne comme they are fit for consumption healthy so moom loolu la doon def so su ñëwee daf dee liggéey ak suma papa moom liggéey na ak suma papa like for maybe 2 years man musuma koy gis sax waaye su ñëwee rek si suma papa ñi nekk si lopitaan bi foofu ñoom ñaar ñi liggéey wër luuma bi inspect expired food yi si bitigi ndaw yi bitigi naar yeeg bitigi pël yeeg yu wolof yi ñu jël lekk yu xam ne dafa expire rek it's not fit for consumption ñoom dañ ko dee siis from si gaay yi ñu sànni ko so loolu la daan def ak suma papa waaye man xama woon naka la story bi demee ba bu ma sëyeeg moom si la ma explain everything moom ak suma papa luñ doon luñ ak luñ def because suma papa musuma koy wax sax mu ne dafa mos a wax suma papa na ko suma papa asan mu ne ko man dama bëgg jabar si seen si faana faana yi moom waa Badibo la original léegi bu waxee lool ma nekk di break
you're okay you're good to go
yeah so bu waxee lool suma papa mu ne suma papa na ko man de Abdoulaye am naa doom bu jigéen suma taaw bi man maay suma papa taaw si yaay taaw si baay léegi mu ne ko am naa doom bu jigéen soo bëggee ma may la ko mu ne suma papa waxee lool moom dafa foog dafay caaxaan
ndeysaan
parce que naka ngay waxee sa doom sa doom nga ne dag ma suma la ma soo papa mu ne ko man yàgg liggéey naa ak yow ñaari at jikko ju ma gis si yow man óolu naa jël suma doom jox la ko mu ne ko benn am nga diina
ndeysaan
su julli jotee di ma ne akal nañ dem julli ba pare sa xol bi rafet na gis naa lu ngi dee dilanteeg nit ñi ak community bi soo ñëwee si luma bi mujjante bi ñëpp a ko xam foofu noonu dang dee even though di nga jël ñeneen ñi seen bagage yu baaxut yi xam nga loolu soo ko defee jaaykat buy faraato dina mer ni ñoom duñ understand lu tax ngay def loolu waaye lu xam ne la moo gën si askan wi lekk gu set gu baax gu nit mun a lekk te doo si feebar mu ne ko waaye even soo ko jëlee sax nu ngay waxee ak nit ñi daf dee tax ñi dal daf dee tax duñ mer ak yooyu noonu te yaa ngi fee ñëw every time di ko def léegi dem nañ ba suñ dëkk bi sax daanaka kenn du rey nag bu xam ne seetuñ ko ndax fit na fa consommation ak bitig itam kenn jaayatul fa expired products yi léegi suma papa naa ko man de óolu naa la suma doom mun naa la koy may mu ne ko sa doom boo fan la nekk fekk time boo man maa ngi woon Hermitage High School boarding school lañ nekkoon ñun duñ daan ñëw holiday ak holiday suñ dee ñëw rek daf dee nekk like every 3 months comme su school tëjee every 3 months half term si lañ dee doog a dem waaye duñ dee dem su nekkul loolu so mu wax suma papa na ko dinaa wax ma fan la nekk mu ne ko Hermitage High School mu ne ko dinaa fa dem because moom tam mu ngi amoon beneen xaritam bu xam ne NIA loon mu ngi doon liggéey foofu noonu Makati waaye man xaw ma sax kooku noonu so mu ñëw benn bis rek man ñun dormitory bi fu ñu nekk dañ duñ dee nangu ñu interact ak boy si sax boy du dee mos a dugg si dormitory bi xanaa suñu amee inspection week léegi yooyu ñu mag teacher si waaye gaal si kese ñoo nekkoon si dormitory bi boy si kese nekk seen own dormitory bi so su nit ñëwee foofu muy góor su la laajtee dañ la dee doo nemee dugg feneen dangay taxaw ngeen xoolante foofu si bunti ñëpp di la gis so bu ñu ma ñu ne ma maram dafa am ku ñëw fii nii di la laajte ma ne man parce que dama nekkoon ko xam ne dama bëri woon fulla ba ëpp comme faana
aha kay si la bokka
waaw yëfi booy farantu ya ak yooyu mosutoo de nekk suma style so léegi buñ ma ooyee ñu ne ma dafa am benn góor ba laay laajte suma fit bi ma tiit ma ne man góor di ma laajte ban góor ma maay waral laajte so ñu ne ma mu ngi ànd ak ay ñeneen xale yu góor soo ma génn fekk ñu ngi taxaw si biti ma nuyu leen moom la woon ak beneen xaritam ku nekkoon ku mu ànda jógee Kawur fu mu doon liggéey si health center bi ak beneen NIA ak xamatuma keneen ki kan la Maditam waaw ñoom ñaar ñett la woon fana ñoom foofu soo léegi ma gis leera ma taxaw ñu nuyuwante ak man ne waaw kii nam Ablaye mu introduce boppam ne sa papa maa ngi moomay liggéey soo daf ma wax ne yaa ngi fi ma ne ko dinaa dem foofu noonu seeti ko just pour ñu xamante gi yooyu noonu
waaye mbaa waxoon na ko sa papa nag mbaa waxoon na sa papa mu ngi laa seet si na dafa ñëwoon pour xool
loolu de moom Fatou foog naa boobu is a good question
dafa dem rek xooli de
dara yoo fi la
waaye xam nga Fatou lu gën a foni lu gën a foni man time boobu noonu comme ay faral yii nii duma ko daan def waaye gis nga ñoom foo ñoo ñëwoon waaye gis nga bu ma génnee ma xool leen ñoom ñëpp moom mooy di only one ko xam ne ifin buñ demee remember naa ko
yow mi tamit bàyyi wu loolu love at first sight jëkkalil
ba pare bu mu demee ba pare dafa dem rek si ngoon si time boobu ñun boy si makaati ñooñu daan isil ay noor seeg yeneen yi soo demee town sax comme dañ daan dem léegoo leeg shopping Friday si ni si biir dëkk bi saabu ak yooyu noonu soo léegi suñ demee doo jël caaj léegoo leeg suñ demee foofu noonu
gaajal gaaw
dañ koy gis mooy boo xam ne rek daf lay bëgg rek du la mën a am ne waaye dafay yónni nit
ndeysaan randul gaaw xaaral dinaa ko génne
di ko dañ doon toog looloo tax léegi lañ pare
it's okay waa jàkkalit
soo léegi rek benn boy ñëw ne damay laajte di ma laajte ma delluwaat ne waaw man tey loolu boy si di ma laajte man xama kenn ñu isi la benn nóot bi ko rek gis li ko njëkk a gis mooy from Abdoulie waaw who is this Abdoulie ma ne waaw ñu fi ñëwoon te am na ko introduce woon boppam mu ne Abdoulie la tudd ma read note bi Fatou
waaye straight away nga xam ne moom la nga xalaat ne moom la woon
ma suspect ne maybe moom la
ok
waaye Fatou bu ma readee note boobu noonu it was the most romantic letter Fatou, the note was short, but the content of the note, I read the note and then straight away I fell for him.
Oh, then I read note, bring a blush.
I read it, and then I didn't think to myself anymore, and I cannot stop thinking about him. And I think he was my first boyfriend. I've never had a boyfriend before him.
Ndeysaan love at first sight sa papa nag dafa xam mag dañ koy gaaw a xam dafa seen lu sori waaye man ba tey rek li ma laajte mooy ndax sa papa xamoon na fi note bi demoon moom dañ ko ne ko naa ko may jabar moom mu dem xooli jabar ba man lii jaaxal na ma ba tey maa ko laajte
waaye bu mu demee na wax na ko suma papa bu mu jógee foofu noonu dem
ndeysaan
papa waaye suma papa waxul ma loolu tam de because suma papa dañ daan rusante moom ku xam ne dafa bëri woon kersa so dañ dee rusante
so yow it nga read sa note bi yow dégg naa ne time bu we were the head girl at that time in school
I was the head girl of the school from 1995 to 1996 96 laa fa jeexal
ndeysaan loolu léegi lettre bi nga xool ko read ko si saa si nga fàttali ko ne ñeneen ñi ñëwoon kenn ki nga si nemmeeku ne kooku la war a mun a nekk waa léegi bu fekkoon ne du kooku nag ki nga ko foogoon nag waaye yow daal sa xol dem na si kële ba pare nooy def
man moom rek laa si xam ne bu mu fa jógee sax I can still visualize him fu ma toog maa ngi koy xool mu ngi mel ni comme maa ngi koy gis ba pare di leeta daf ko bind ba pare mu sign def fa turam te introduce na boppam ne man Abdoulie laa tudd maa ngi liggéey sa bopp
ok waaye léegi mun nga ñëw am man waxuma ko de comment section moo ko wax mu ne na mun nga ñëw riida lan la mun nga ñëw fàttali lan nga nekkoon si lettre bi lan la fa bindoon
non
ana lu nekk problème letter yooyu sax dama leen after that was not the first letter though bu mu delluwaatee këwur sax every other week daf dee bind letter mu jox ko ambulance driver mu ñëw droppal ma ko si school bi.
Dr. Sanneh daa mun a letter bi kenn du ko read waaye man mun naa guess hello darling how are you I hope you are okay how is school because loolu la laa mun a wax du la wolu passé lo how is school when last time I came there you look so pretty mashallah oh will you be willing to marry me your dad said
moom fan naa ne moom demul sax comme laajte how is the school how is school ak naka nga yëg moom the first thing lu ma ko si letter bi daf ne hello pretty foog naa loolu laa remember
pretty Adja yaa ngi déglu sa uncle Adja Ndey
uncle do déglu rek so mu bind mu ne I've never set my eyes on a lady who is as beautiful as you are.
Ndeysaan he's so romantic mashallah ndeysaan
Ever set eye on and I just fall in love with you and I wish you to be my life partner. That was the letter.
Oh, that is so sweet though. And then what did you reply?
So foofu la yëf yëpp commencé nag waaye léegi suma amee holiday nii ma dem almost su week bi jeexee gisuma letter rek dama dee feel like worry and like sad like every week daf dee yónnee letter.
Madam Sanneh yow itam xol bi gaaw naa duga di yow letter ak seet si rek yow sañ dobilité letter rek nga mer school bi yëpp nga report leen si head teacher bi Madam Sanneh.
Foog naa mooy ne yàlla daal it was meant to be we were meant for each other I think.
Yes si gàttal yes.
Anything he was introduced to me and the first time I saw him I just fell in love with him and I couldn't control it. You know xam nga lu gën a funny Fatou loolu naa ko fii xam naa dina funny ak nit ñi dama jël letter bi ma teg ko suma boori pilo bi si boobu ñu ngi si school bi may nekk di read note bi su ma ko readee ma tëdd toog suma benn friend mu ñëw moom daf ma daan sonal trop mu ñëw mu ne man de xawma lan la de waaye maram lu xew ma ne ko lan la mu ne ma depuis bu booy ñi ñëwee fii ni maram sa mood bi dafa ceeñ na ma ne ko bàyyi ma demal sa yoon léegi ma génn rek xama dama doon sangu xam fu ma doon mu jël note bi si ron pilo bi mu read ko so bu mu readee note bi rek mu commencé nag dugg si biir dormitory bi yëpp di xaxataay di tëb di dal gaay yëpp di ko laaj waaye loolu xew mu dem tasaare ko si biir dormitory bi yëpp balaa man sax may xam lu xew.
ndeysaan loolu love story bu neex la masha Allah so nii la leen yàlla boolee ba saa si yàlla tey.
waaw
alhamdulilah yal na yàlla di yokk di gën a barkeel sëy bi.
amiin yaa rabbi.
njaboot bi gën a barke li love story bu neex la maa ngi koo gëte ne uncle Abdoulie xam naa ne he is a very shy man xam naa ne tey moom waaru na dana dem na interview ba sora waaye bu mel nii musu koo gis.
waxal saay
nga ne dégguma
ma ne dafay def boppam ko saay waaye kii saayu de
saay na de yaa ngi koo tooñ de saay na.
We are almost 28 years together. Alhamdulillah.
Mashallah. Apart from going to love story, because earlier we were planning something, but it didn't work. But we're gonna do it again because I'm gonna put in the work. Hamnani he has done a lot for the community. So Hamnani time is new budget. Then go in the work another time. Bobu Hamna we're gonna exciting. Why you come yala indi na la def bolé na la ci waxtaan bi tay. Yow naka nga ko gisee as jëkkër lan nga ko mëna sani tay pour joxe ko as xam nga Sénégal ñu koy témoignage la tudda xawma lan nga mëna wax ci moom.
No Dr. Sanneh moom man su ma ko bëggee describe sax ndax xawma ndax duma confuse sax gis nga qualities yooyu ut si nit lu xam ne ku ko gis si nit admire ko mooy whether like friendly, good character, caring. Te moom his caring doesn't only stop to his family. He cares about everyone. And mooy ko xam ne mun naay sacrifice boppam pour mu gis nit ku smile wala nit ku happy. Suñ waxee rek daf ma de man maay ko xam ne léegoo dama negative waaye Ablaye amut anything lu xam ne negativity in his brain moom everything is positive. So nit nga xam ne lii lu bon la nii nga ñëw di dafay excuse instead of mu blame ko oo mu wax ne lii moom dafa mu ut excuse bu xam ne dina la convince ne lii moo tax kooku def loolu waaye du fault am. Is that kind of person? so baax na am na patience am na itte si doomu aadama quality sami daal moom alhamdulillah ku xam ne daal nit ku sooy wër nit ku baax daal sooy teseeg moom jaratul ngay dem fen tese nga ku baax
macha allah jërëjëf jërëjëf thank you kontaan nañ trop appreciate nañ sa ñëw fii it wasn't expected waaye yow nga ñëw fii rek loolu lu neex la ci programme bi yow nag programme bi to another level parce que tey wane na couple lan moo ko dee struggle parce que yow da nga dugg am na ñoo xam ne tey su seen jabar dugga si woon sax dañ laa xool bët sax pour ne ñi ngay def interview pour nga génna but yow da nga ñëw rek nga join ci waxtaan bi neex ba bugg a dee kon ñu ngi laa gërëm di la sant bu baax parce que xam naa ne dinañ ko laaj tuuti am na challenges yoo xam ne xam nga nekk koo xam ne si community bi nga nekk ngay serve dafa mel yow sa bopp bi jox nga ko community bi naka la ko famille am dundee far nag yàlla indi na la fii yow naka nga ko yoolaa ko njëkkal naka nga ko dee dundee parce que moom jox na boppam ci biti because there would be moments yu nga xam ne he would never have time for his kids his wife dina ñëw sax kër nit ñi di lekk du mun a lekk mu ngi lekk mu ngi si laptop ak lii because def naa suma research I'll ask people around him before I bring anyone on my platform dafa dedicate boppam torop si community bi yow naka nga ko dundee yan challenges nga face si loolu en tant que jabaram
xam nga soo man lu ma dee wax rek mooy nit ku nekk si aduna am na lu la yàlla nattoo wala am na lu xam ne mooy sa bëgg-bëgg te gis nga si relationship soo nekkee nit ku nga xam ne dafa am lu xam ne daf ko bëgg ñeneen ñi yàlla moo leen dee bindee noonu is not in their control munuñ si dara there is nothing that can stop them soo fekkee ne borom moom noonu la mel si loolu noonu yow mu nga xam ne yow la dëkkat yow la nekkar yow soo ko jàppalewut kan moo koy jàppale su demee ba mu leet mu ñëw wala mu ay 11 wala nekk 12 nga ñëw xataraay di yuuxu si koom yow you're not helping the situation ba pare doo ko mën a change si loolu noonu
macha allah
di nga ko teg stress boo xam ne yow sa bopp moom du happy yow doo happy sa famille duñ happy so man dama ko jox that freedom because óolu naa ko te xam naa ne nit ku baax la ama en ñaari xel si moom si lu xam ne dina def lu ma naqari ba pare mooy nit ko xam ne su demoon te spend the whole day nekk si biti si community ba ñëw yow fekk may man tëdd naa sax mu ñëw rek ma xala fil baat wala ma ras toog gis nga su ñëwee su waxee rek dootu la mënatee ras foog nga ree foog mu kii lu xam ne nga jàllale ba ko fàtte sax kii maa ngi meroon balaa mooy ñëw he's that kind of person
ndeysaan ndeysaan
difficult ak su ñëwee ñu taxaw bëgg koy waxtaan wala bëgg koy wax dara moom he has more patience for the kids that I am dina toog déglu leen soo newut ko ba du déglu doomam soo newut ko ba du am time doomam foog mu taxaw wax ak ñoom moom moo ma gën a am daal joti xale yi moom xale yi man dama daan biir ba ma wasin damay tëdd ne duma mun a jóg si suba yóbbu xale yi school every day suy dem liggéey dafay prépare xale yi yóbbu leen school doog a continuer dem liggéeyam moom time boobu nit ñi dañ sax dañu baale néebo yi sax ñu seen yaay single moom yi pour leen yóbbu drop school nit ñi di ko laaj suñ dëkkandoor yi di ko laaj you have so many kids di ko laaj daf leen yes they are all my kids te jurul leen
ndeysaan ndeysaan lii neex na
waaw
jërëjëf madame Sanneh kontaan nañ trop si sa contribution bi appreciate
xam nga li problème dafa nga ñu ngi doon wax si topic yi comme bu mu commencé di bu jënte bi xam nga lu mu dee def su ñëwee inspection si pànc su ñëwee inspection
waaw
seen kër laa dem
dafa jaar suñu kër ba suma papa su ñëwee jógee si pharmacie bi ñëw fekk ko fa nag Ablaye kon ñëw nga tey
so moom every day daf daan report daf daan chase every day
inspection mu ñëw su ñëwee nuyoo mu toog mu ne damay am 5 minutes mu dem foofu la mooy nekk ba luuma bi raj mu toog foofu ñuy waxtaan si ron garab
no Mr. Sanneh you have to return back our salary you have to return ndeysaan but you see gis nga yàlla lim def at the end mashallah it was never in vain thank you madame Sanneh kontaan nañ torop nga ñëw nga bokk ci waxtaan bi parce que appreciate nañ ko torop lii wane na rek the power of couple ak understanding and respect parce que loolu moo nekk seen diggante su nekk doon seen diggante mun naa ñëw nga fas sa kanam wala nga mer parce que yaa ngi naan ne njabootam bi talu leen faalewu leen mu ngi nekk ci biti rek tal ñeneen ñi because being a community leader or being around the community nga dedicate sa life to them it comes with a lot of challenges whether you say it or not ñun xam nañ Gambian la I know what it's like xam nga nekk ci biir Gambien let alone nag nga nekk ci biir ay Africans loolu nañ ci ñëw because nekku ci biir Gambien yi rek moom li moo def boole na ci ñeneen ci Africans so ñu ngi laa gërëm di la santa yow itamit nga oyof lool parce que mënoon nañoo nekk ci waxtaan bi nga dugga si doo si bokk waaye li nga ci bokk nii gën naa dooleel waxtaan bi kon thank you so much ñu ngi leen ay ñaanal yàlla gën a barkal sëy bi rek gën a li fi nal yaatal njaboot bi parce que moom njabootam du njaboot bi mu jur rek njabootam mooy moom ak xale yi nga xam ne mu ngi leen boot di leen dimbale di leen génnee ci li nga xam ne mooy ñaawtee fi community di leen indiwaat ci society bi ci anam bu rafet kon thank you so much Mrs Sanneh appreciate nañ sa ñëw bi fii now we go back to Mr Sanneh can you hear me suñ lii bi la ndeysaan man maa ngi fone sax suma mode lifin bi moo change lii screen bi ci man but anyways dina ñëwaat xam naa ne dafa génn si lii bi dina ñëwaat si kanam tuuti léegi misuñ ko balaa loolu ma dugal ay advert tuuti all right no a lovely story lovely couple yaa ngi doon dégg li ma wax
sorry I'm back now it's my battery I think yeah
okay but are you charging now
yeah now it's plugged to the charger I'm in my daughter's room it's the messiest room in
it's not even showing we cannot even see it sometimes I mean look I'm even using my son's gaming chair so it's okay so so that's fine but anyways now I'm gonna let's put some adverts up and then from the, so that you can take a little break drink some water and then we'll come back for another maybe 20-25 minutes and then we'll leave you but I'm sure we're gonna have to invite you again because we have a lot more to Dr. Sanneh than what we have now because your story du mëna jeexee noonu because yow si community bi nga nekk ñun every day am na lu ñu war a wax ci yow so let's take a short break and then when we come back we continue with the conversation let's see
Hey Gambia busy signal right here GCCI Trade Fairground busy signal live in the Gambia the 3rd of January do not miss it do not miss this you know me I say yeah man busy signal live GCCI the Gambia 3rd of January
Tell him what you need right say by the rivers of Babylon where we sat down and there we wait when we remember Zion cause the wicked carry us away captivity required from us a song
à la croisée des chemins.
Framaren production biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck Mariasin may sa biige ma biir Seattle la kañ la mani leen le 25 octobre la képp koo xamante ni yaa ngi nekk ci biir États-Unis yaa ngi waajal bis bi nga xamante ni Wally Ballago Seck war naa ñëw biir Seattle dëbb ko ba mu mokk waaye lii lu koy fay xóoma ko waa Seattle tapis rouge la nu wootee tapis rouge waaw nga demee di jëndaaloo kon noonu lay demee tapis rouge la mani la tapis rouge la kay xale yi nga xamante ni ñoom ñoo gën a rafet ca Seattle daal di génn seeni sañse def seeni cheveux naturel daal di def seen robe yu tubaabe maa la ñamal lii jox ma say nopp ma daat lay wax les tickets sont disponibles bien sûr ticket normal $200 VIP ticket $300 waaye les tables sont à $4000 lii nag moom yomb na nee naa leen gaaw ngeen daal di jënd seen ticket ndax Wally Ballago Seck pare na tax na ba mel ni naana am na artiste invité ma ni leen xale bi nga xamante ne en ce moment moom moo yëngal biir États-Unis elle se nomme tout simplement Amani bu woyee mu neex bu ambiance mu neex lu mu def mu neex événement bi mi ngi am ci Molway Event Center Wally ni ci biir salle bi laa leen di dëbbalee dëkk bi mu mokk mbokk yeeg xarit yi jox leen ma seen nopp ma daat leen di jigleel ñi nga xamante ni ñoom la ñu jagleel bis bi king of the night Malick Naar Fall borom États-Unis king of the night Dieynaba Demba Diamé father of the night dim Seriane borom Vantus Seydi Cissé Gari Njarmeew Moussa Mbaye Ousmane Touré molos of the night Sonia Diamé spécial jet se on Khady en Laylo Touba Salma from Texas, Brother of the Night, Alaaji Ngom, Abdoulaye Touré, Sister of the Night nag mooy Yande Koddu, Mariama Fati, Ndey Wad, yaa Ami Gay ci biir, Aïda Fati jigéen ju mën góor ci biir, waaye nag ki nga xamante ni moom mooy Zeynab Gorom ak Traverso, jigéen ju mën góor, et couple of the night, Diza and Dua Baro, Nades and Marianne, Rocky Ndiaye and Yaya, Ami Kayta and Ibrahima Cissé, Sira Seck Dabo ak Alaaji Dabo, couple référence yi. La ilaha illallah, Princess of the Night bangok nag Ndey Yaasin Cissé, Cat of the Night nag Fanta Kora jigéen ju mën góor. waaw ñooñu la ñu jagleel bis bi nga xamante ni moom mooy am biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck. Man di jëddaaloo maa ngi ci biir ku ma ca dëgg ni ma mas. Vous êtes tous invités.
This is the headline of the entertainment news. Get ready for the most epic night of the year. Join us for the grand opening of Cotton Club Fajara on Saturday, November 8th, 2025 in a spectacular VIP gala night, the Goody featuring Vivian Shidid, La Diva, the melody voice of Africa, Andak Jollof Band, Akand, Daktelo, Halebi Andak Jamano, the Begal Jamano, the Yengal Jamano, Ndaw Goody. Platinum, $100,000, gold, $50,000, individual, $5,000, includes 3-course meal and assorted drinks. On Friday, 7th of November, Mudi Kudi Fateleko, Andak Sendanan, Alpha Jeng, to Kudi VIP Salsa Explosion Night. For reservations, please call 266-6640 or 266-6638. Limited seats available. Cutting Club, where entertainment comes alive.
jërëjëf sorry waaw advert yooyu moom du ñàkk foog ñu def ko rek ci liggéey bi la bokk xam nga nit la joxe xaalisam pour nga defal ko advert foog nga def ko so foog ñu indi woon loolu ana docteur yaa ngi fa oh Dr. Sanneh I'm back Are you there? Xaw ma lu xew si suma lii bi mu ngi echo sax yaa ngi maa dégg.
You're echoing.
Wow. Can you hear me now? Is it still bad?
Yeah, I can hear you now, yeah.
You can hear me. Okay. Waxtaan bi neex na lool lii moom dama ko si kontaan dama ko appreciate torop. Now we go straight into, of course, wax nañ si a few little challenges you nga xam ne face nga ko bi nga ñëwee when you came to UK as a student and all that, going back to Gambia, and then finally you left and came back, and since then you're here with your family and everything. Now let's talk about the community, Southampton. You've been there for quite some time now. How did that come about? What happened? Did you come to Southampton and it was empty? You felt like the culture, what's happening to the culture? What's happening to the kids? How did that came about for you to be recognized as one of, if not the only person that is highly respected in Southampton based on what you give back to the community?
Yeah, I think Southampton is a beautiful community. It's a very diverse and it's a very beautiful community. It's just that the time that I came to Southampton, that time there were lots of challenges for Black people, for Africans in particular. I remembered that also my wife has a story in that. Very, very, very emotional story, to be honest. Yeah, because when she came and joined me, that time I was doing my master's degree, it was very challenging. It was a very, very, very challenging time. You remembered when I said Gambia government was not paying what they're supposed to be paying.
Yeah,
So
you said that, yes.
as a family, we have to find ways around that. And also, we are living in a student accommodation that was predominant 100 students, but predominantly white. I think we were probably the only 2 Black people in that student accommodation. So when I go to university is not very far from where I live, part of the student accommodation. When I go to the university, I will spend probably the whole day at the university in the library studying if I'm not working. And by the time I come from the university, my wife was feeling very lonely. And sometimes she would go out in the city looking for Black people to talk to, and she wouldn't get any Black people. She wouldn't have any, and she would come back and she would sit and wait for me crying. So when I come down from the university, most of the time I find her sitting down crying. It was tough. It was really tough because she felt lonely. She felt, but as time goes on, it was much better, but it was not okay. She insisted that she wants to go back to Gambia. She didn't want to live in the UK. She wanted to go. And at that time she was a bit pregnant. When we discovered that she was pregnant as well, it becomes even more complicated for me. You leave your pregnant woman, you go to university lectures and you study in the library the rest of the day. When you come, you go to night to work, and you want to come back again. You want to support her, but you need finance to be able to do all that. So that was really challenging. Yeah. So we are like that. I didn't know many Gambians. We should walk around. I walk around. I went to student union to look for Gambians. They are unable to find one. In the end, they able to find just one person, and that one person was doing his PhD. So that was even more. That was even busier than me. So yeah. So it was tough. And then in the end, luckily she gave birth to my son, and when that happened, he said, okay, now I am going to Gambia. I am going to live in the Gambia. I said, okay, that's fine. So she left. Yeah, she went to Gambia. She was there for 2 years, I think, or more. She refused to come back to the UK. So I went back to Gambia. I met her there, I found her there. I started working. Like I said, I went back to Ministry of Health. I worked with Ministry of Health for a while.
Oh, that was the second time you went back home then? Or the third time now?
No, that was the first time I went to Gambia. I went for a research. No, the first time I went to Gambia was from Ireland. I went to Gambia, and then I came to the UK. When I finished my master's, I went back to Gambia. But before I finished my master's, my wife already left for Gambia. So when I finished my master, because I signed the bond, I went back to Gambia to find her there. She was there already. And then when I had the scholarship, I came back to the UK. I left her there. I came back to the UK. So when that happened, when my wife was searching for Gambians, so that was where my journey started, searching for Gambians, trying to bring people together. Myself, and then I discovered when we had a baby. So we then discovered, before we had a baby, we then discovered a few Gambians in Southampton and in London and other places. So they came to the Christian ceremony. So they came to the Christian ceremony, we enjoy ourselves there. And then Al-Haji, who probably is watching this, was in London, and he said, oh God, I love Southampton. I want to come to Southampton. I said, that's brilliant, come. And he moved from London. He came and joined me. That time my wife was in Gambia, so he lived in the same room with me.
Wow.
Yeah, and Ibrahim came to the University of Southampton from Gambia, fresh to University of Southampton. So then Ibrahim and myself and Al-Haji, we started the journey looking for Gambians to set up a group that Gambians at least can come together and have conversation. The loneliness can be addressed. So that was the
wait. Just you were looking for Gambians in Southampton or in the neighboring places
anywhere.
too, or okay, everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the problem. Yeah, wherever we can find them. Yeah. So yeah, so we did that one, and then we managed to find some Gambians, and they know other Gambians. People move from Birmingham to Southampton. People move from London to Southampton. So anyone who is coming here, we said, oh, when you go, make sure that there is Gambian society there, Gambian CAFO there. You join the CAFO. So when they are coming, they are getting. So yeah, we went to the council. The council propagated, just to make sure that people are aware that there is Gambian group in Southampton, and when they are coming to
Wow.
Southampton, they're connected to
Wow.
them.
Wow.
So that's how everything started. And when it started, we said, whoa, this is amazing. We started talking about our culture, talking about our stuff, our families meeting, our children playing together. It's brilliant. So when that happened, then we tried and say, well, you know what? But during that time, I also, my work also involved communities. I work with West Eastern Community Trust, which is an
Okay.
organization. Yeah, an organization that addresses health inequalities in community, which is very much in line with public health and things that I really want to do. Yeah, so I started working with Asian community a lot, white communities with people deprived, so disadvantaged white communities with mental health, with other conditions. Started working with them, bringing them together, meeting, finding out what their issues are and how best we can work together to address those issues. But during that time, we also faced a lot of racism and things like that, because
I was
like
gonna say, yeah.
yeah, I worked at YMCA, supporting young people. I work with homeless people, supporting homeless people. So if I tell people that some of the staff have not even got a degree, so when some of them know that I had a degree, even when I had masters before my PhD, they ask questions. How did you do that? Are you sure you have degree? Are you, because they don't expect a black person to have a degree.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm.
So I faced a lot of that. I remember that I went to certain interviews. It's no, it's yeah, it's massively challenging,
You
massively.
you were not given the job just because you were black
Yes,
at that
I
time. Yeah.
had a lot of that. I really have a lot of that. And some places they will say you are overqualified. What do you mean by overqualified? What do you actually mean by overqualified? That doesn't make sense, does it? You know. So yeah, we anyway, we cannot talk about all of that. Yeah, so it was challenging. It was challenging, very challenging. So I cannot hear you.
Sorry, it was mute. And then it expanded because today one of the reasons why you came on board was to talk about the Button Festival, which
Yes,
is
yes,
happening tomorrow. Yeah,
yes,
which is
yes.
happening tomorrow because I came to the gala when
Mhm.
I was in Southampton and I met all of you amazing people. Actually I'm meant to be there tomorrow, but unfortunately, things happen and, I can't make it. But I know we would go live whilst everything is going on because I have suma agency, suma
Yeah,
co-host. We were not because she's gonna be there tomorrow to stream it live, which is
yeah,
Alhamdulillah. Now, I know time bit of new hutch. We don't have much time now, but I want us to talk about BAM
yes.
first. How did it come about and the name and everything? Let's talk about that.
Okay. So BAM is Black Business Art and Music Festival. Um, we created this to empower Black people and to connect Black businesses and to create a platform where Black voices could be heard. We have lots of Black talents in our community.
Before you go any further, what motivated that? Why did you? Because I know a lot of people. They organize events or they have festivals and stuff, but it will not be about business. So why the BAM?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. What we have discovered in our communities, like one of the things that I told you about just a few minutes ago, is the disadvantage that I experienced in the community, at workplaces and all sorts. And it's not only me who has experienced that. Businesses are experiencing that. Black businesses are experiencing that every day. They don't have the visibility that they deserve. They don't have the opportunities that they deserve. We have got artists, a lot of Black artists here. They did not have the visibility that they deserve. They did not have the support that they deserve. We have creatives that are here, poets that are here. They are also skillful and so talented. But unfortunately, there is no platform for them. Absolutely no platform for them. So they are not visible. They are unseen, unheard. So we feel like it is our responsibility as leaders, as people who had lived experience, as people who understand how this society works, to step up, to do something that changes that. Because it's easy to complain. We all do that, it's easy to complain. Oh, they didn't do that, they didn't do that. No. What if they don't do it? What are you doing? What are you doing about it? So that's what we discovered. Myself and a few other people from Tuva sat down and said, you know what? We can do something about this.
Yeah, Tuva. Can you tell us the meaning of Tuva and what is Tuva about? Because I was going to ask about that before we even come into BAM. So,
yeah. So Tuva, instead of Tuva, Tuva is the United Voice of African Associations. So, like you said, we start with Gambia. Gambia is there. Gambia is set up. So Nigeria is set up. Ghana group is set up. Zimbabwe group is set up. Malawi group is set up. Kenyan groups is set up. So all these groups, Uganda group is set up. All these groups were set up. We supported them. They were set up to make sure that they are able to speak the same language because they are from the same region. And they are able to connect themselves first. And their children are able to connect with themselves first to know their identity.
So that's under the umbrella of Tuva.
Yes.
Okay.
What Tuva did was we made sure that Gambia group, Nigeria group, Ghana group, they are strong together. And we brought them together under the same umbrella, Tuva, like UN or AU, OU, whatever you call them. And then we collectively speak on behalf of Africans, because Tuva is about Africans. Right now, we've expanded to make it Black people.
So how many countries are together to form that Tuva, and what is your role in Tuva?
Okay, so right now the registered countries are 4, but the countries together are 12. That means the other ones will gradually register because it has to be formally processed. So my role, I'm the chair. I'm the chair of Tuva for the last 12 years, I think. I'm the chair of Tuva. I'm the founding members of Tuva. A few of us came together to set it up. I'm the chair of Tuva. The idea is to unify African voices, to unify Africans, to make sure that when there is pressure on Africans, we are able to stand firm and challenge those pressures. When there is lack of opportunity, we will go and try create opportunities for our people. And we are able to make sure that the well-being of our people is recognized, but it's also supported. This is why we have got all these swimmings and all these activities happening across the city, where ladies that never swim before, we are able to create swimming opportunities for them to learn to swim, but also teach other ladies to learn to swim, to improve their well-being.
And basically, it's a starting point for someone who was once an Abdoulie Sanneh that just came into the country and didn't have the opportunity to blend in, and now you're giving new people to blend into the society very smoothly. You tell them where to go to, where to start, how it is done. Basically, this is what Tuva is about, right? With people from different communities, different countries, like the 12 countries that you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best explanation ever, to be honest. Is new Abdoulie Sanneh arriving, what is he going to do? Who is going to support him? Who is going to show him what to do? And how can he be supported? This is the best. I have to
Dr. Abdoulie, I know my job nak dama xam liggéey bi nak yàgg naa si ku ko mun la non ligi gaay ne maa ngi xajaan may maam jaay savon Europe.
Brilliant. Yeah, so that's Tuva. So the same Tuva, like I said, the same Tuva looked at the gaps in support. And we realized that, oh, what are we going to do for our Black businesses? What are we going to do for our Black musicians? What are we going to do for our Black artists, creatives, to support them, to make sure that they also grow as businesses, as entertainers, as creatives. So that is the reason why BAM came about, because BAM wants to create a platform for those businesses, those musicians, those artists to be visible and to be recognized.
So Tuva is like Momoy Papi BAM. So BAM came under Tuva. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I understand. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. Moy Papi BAM. Moy Papi Tuva. Okay?
Then Tuva Moy Papi BAM. BAM agi joge si Tuva. Wow. Let Marco take the table. But anyways, so and then like this BAM thing started 3 years ago, right? And you have been doing festivals.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the festivals? What do you do? Like the festival, what happens?
Yes. If you look at the festivals around the UK, maybe globally actually, like you spotted out clearly that normally you don't have businesses and music festival together. They have business expo, what people have, and they have music festival and they have art festival. Yeah, in music festival you can have businesses selling, but the focus will not be on businesses. They will be there to make their money, but not for visibility. This was intentional. It was very intentional. The intentionality is we want to make sure that entrepreneurship among Black people is promoted, is seen, and is promoted. That was very intentional. And this is why the festival is very different from any festival you go to, because we want to make sure that Black businesses know that this event is for them to showcase their talents, to create opportunity, to create connections with them. But in terms of entertainment also, we have got all kinds of musicians performing on the day. If you are talking about funk music, you're talking about Afrobeats, you're talking about DJs that are traditional DJs. We have got Ghana, Uganda, Cameroon dancers dancing, singing their songs. We've got Gambia kora and drumming going on, at some point on the day. We got poets, saying poetry, telling their stories and their experiences. You've got exhibition, all kinds of art exhibitions happening on the day. You got jollof rice competition, jollof rice competition, yes.
Yeah, I heard about the jollof rice competition. Is it coming this year or it has been there from the beginning?
This is the first time.
This is the first time. I'm gonna upload some pictures from like see that one? That is beautiful. What is that?
That is last year, our Tuva dance, our girl. This dance was brought together by Victoria, the lady that's standing next. Victoria is is responsible for our youth development programs. And she brings up the children from Nigeria, Gambia, and other places and teach them how to dance. Some of those dances are modern dance, some of them are cultural dances, and they learn to dance. So this is on the stage, the big stage, and they were dancing, put together. Victoria has been training them. In fact, they have rehearsal tomorrow before their actual performance. And she is also the one that is responsible for fashion show. So this year we are going to have country fashion shows as well, where Gambia will be led by Gambian Mayo, dressed in the Gambian Mayo dress, and then followed by ladies dressed in a fashion. But exactly. Just like this.
Is that your wife over there?
That's my wife, yes.
Yes. Oh, Black Beauty, Madam Sanneh. I recognize her. Yeah. Yeah, that is beautiful. And is that one of the cultural? It was a cultural thing.
It's one of the cultural attires that they will be displaying on the day. But we also have Nigeria that's going to come, and we're going to have Ghana that's going to come. Yeah. So this one was Zimba, because we brought Zimba to the event last year. Unfortunately, this year we didn't have the funding to bring the Zimba, but hopefully next year we are thinking of bringing African wrestling in, wrestlers from Gambia or.
My body, then your body.
But yeah.
Ah, waaw boobu dina neex de.
We want to include it. Yeah. So that's nice. Yeah. So these ladies are Ghanaians. And so we have all these different people doing fashion show, doing their traditional dance. Last year we have militaries. These are militaries, black militaries, black veterans. Last year I think there were 50 of them that came, but this year we didn't have the militaries because the environment is hostile. There is a lot of protests happening across the city, different places, because they don't want migrants in their city. So because of that, the militaries, they decided that they are not going to put on uniform and be doing the
So
parade.
that challenge is still there. It's still going on.
Yes, the challenge is still going on, but that will not stop us from doing what we have to do.
What you have to do.
We have to be firm on what our intentions are, and we need to have one voice to make sure that we are doing this together, and we are in this together with the police and the city council, and also NHS and other organizations. So they will all be there on the day, not only displaying their things that they want to display, but also in collaboration to make sure that the event is organized well, is supported, and everybody benefit from it.
Yeah.
So
At the gala, the mayor was there. A lot of people, a lot of high profile, people were there. So are they going to be there this time around as well?
I invited the General Commissioner. I don't know whether they're coming this year. Year before last, they came. Last year they didn't come. Last year we had the Ghana embassy, Zimbabwe embassy, and Malta embassy from not Malta. What's it called? Mauritius. So this year they were going to come, but because we canceled the army stuff, because that's when they normally come and we do the formal introduction and formal parade and stuff. So I am not sure who is coming, but Malawi said they are coming. They still text me to say that they are coming, Malawian embassy. So Gambian embassy, I send them a reminder. So I don't know whether we're going to have them this year, but if we don't have them, it wouldn't matter. I'm hoping that we're going to have them next year.
But I don't think they're going to come because they would have given a response by now. That's very irresponsible, very unprofessional, I would say, from my embassy. You should have responded so that we know you're coming, then we'll cater for you guys. But anyways.
To ask me whether I can send a formal email, which I did again, but they didn't reply to the email. So I don't know. I'm sure they are not coming. Yeah. But the jollof rice is what I wanted to talk about, just briefly before we go. Jollof rice this year is the first time we are doing it. But the interesting thing about jollof rice competition is the fact that the chief judge is Selena Pamelo. Selena Pamelo is the ITV MasterChef winner.
Okay.
She's ITV celebrity ITV MasterChef winner. She agrees to my my appeal to her to come and be the chief judge on the day. So she is coming, and she will be there as the chief judge. We're going to have other 5 judges, but all of our judges are going to be white or Asian people because Black people will not be fair. And
Why? Kulakowa, you should have taken me. I'm going to straight up Gambia lad on the supporter. Straight up in a Gambia winner. But we're going to win anyway. So how are you going to do this jollof rice competition? Is it going to be like different countries? Like we have Ghana, Gambia, or just anybody can be?
Anybody can do. But what's going to happen is the winner will come from one of those countries anyway. So we'll say Fatimata is the winner. People will ask where Fatima is from. Say Fatima is from Gambia. So Gambian people win. So we are going to give, because we have got £100 for the winner and a certificate given to the person by the Lord Mayor or Pamela herself on the day. And also because the Lord Mayor's wife, her birthday is tomorrow. She is going to come, instead of going to her birthday party, she has prioritized to come to BAM Festival.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
She's going to come. So what I promised her is we are going to go to the stage and sing a happy birthday song for her on the day. So all those people whose birthday is tomorrow or these days, we are going to sing for them as well, to join in. Some of them will go to
My birthday was 1st of October. They recognize me up there. Happy birthday to Fatmata. Happy birthday to Fatmata. Man, this is kuma call Dr. Sad. Anybody kuma call police ma happy birthday. Dangani kring ma uyanel happy birthday to me. Mako wells ma boba yep.
Oh God. Yeah, so it's going to be amazing. It's really going to be amazing. It's a high stage event. Even though we haven't got the funding this year, people came out in full force to volunteer and to take responsibility of different things. All the musicians, none of them is getting paid this year. We've got 12 musicians performing. None of them is getting paid a penny. And the poets are not getting paid because they just want to perform for us. We have got artists that are doing exhibition. We even got a massage parlor there, somebody who's going to come and do free massage.
Li neex na be noppi di. Li opana de massage tamit. Bi moy force musuma de of def massage ci festival yi. Yeah, because it's about business. That person is trying to promote his or her business. So yeah, it is very.
Yeah, we got doctors as well. We got 12 doctors and nurses. Some of them are consultants. They will have a village. We created a zone called health zone. So they will be part of that health zone, screening people, giving health information, supporting people, giving advice. The whole day they will be there to support. So yeah, it's everything that you need, our community needs, is what we are trying to promote.
It's going to be on one umbrella tomorrow. And this is going to happen tomorrow. What time?
It's going to be from 11 o'clock to 7 p.m. in the evening. 11 o'clock to 7 p.m.
It is kind of like a carnival thing, like start in the morning, ends in the evening. Yeah. And a lot of food from different countries. I hope price range will be reasonable so that it will be affordable. Everybody will be able to enjoy themselves.
Yeah. Food is always affordable. Unlike the other festivals where they charge so much to make money, because we are not there to make money. So we just create the platform for businesses to be recognized, to create connections between themselves and to promote their brands. But also we've got create entertainment for families, like Bouncy Castle and all those inflatables are there that children they will get
face painting and all that. But there's a question that I have asked before to all organizers, people that organize festivals. I hope you guys are doing the same. Like, do you cater for kids? Because normally when things like this happen, of course you mentioned the creativity part, the artist part, but let's talk about food, because normally they cook food for only adults, like benachin, and expect kids to eat the benachin, the fufu, ebe, and all of these things. I hope there will be hot dogs, burger, these things that are child friendly, like what kids can eat. Are you guys doing that or thinking of doing that?
So what is happening is, we festival organizers, we are not cooking ourselves at all. So the businesses, our Black businesses that are there, are the ones that are cooking. So the businesses that are wise will always create an avenue for children to have food within their business, because they know their parents will come and buy for their children. So it depends on how creative that particular business is. Because if it were me, I make sure that I have got 50-50, because we normally have a lot of children there and they will eat. So you have to create something for them. But also we are in a place where, all those burgers and stuff are nearby because it's city center. So if children choose to eat outside the festival, they can just cross the road and then go and eat.
So the festival is open. It's outside, outdoors, it's open. Yeah.
Open festival, free entry, free entrance, people just come in and enjoy whatever they enjoy, So there is no restriction of movement out.
We have come to the end of the show, but I want us to talk about sponsors a little bit, because in every event you need sponsors, because without sponsors you cannot sustain what you are going to do. So let's talk about sponsors. Do you have people that are sponsoring the event? And yeah.
You mentioned that because the first sponsor for me personally are volunteers. for me, the first sponsors are our volunteers. They incredibly spend a lot of time developing the idea, developing the concept to the level where we need to deliver. And they are still volunteering to deliver it, like musicians, businesses and things like that. And the second sponsors are our gold sponsors. We get Sindel Logistics. They've given us £3,000 just to make sure that we are able to run our event smoothly. We've got Community Against Cancer. They sponsored the health hub, the health zone, where the doctors and the consultants are. £2,500, just to support the event a little bit. And then we have also got our businesses, food businesses who are coming. They pay £400 for their spots, and we got other businesses. They pay £75 and £100, things like that. So they are all sponsors. We consider all of them as sponsors because even though we are helping them to move to another level, which we have seen, because we have seen businesses that were with us the first time, and now they are in a different place completely. Unbelievable.
They have grown, yeah.
Yeah, we have seen that business happening every day. We have also seen musicians that were the first time we are with us, they are moved up. We have seen artists that have commission, employment now. So we've seen our impact already. For just 2 years, we've seen massive impact on what we have achieved. So the sponsors, like I said, the volunteers are there. We have to say thank you to Southern City Council also. Southern City Council made sure that the space is available for us every year, and that space, it doesn't cost us anything. Normally, they charge people. One of the spaces that we use, the minimum charge is £5,000. So we are waived £5,000 or £10,000. We don't use that, and we also have Mass Mayflower Studio, and also John Hansard Gallery. They are also sponsors. Just they make sure that their space is available and they pay their staff to be there to support us. That's happening every time. So we are so grateful. If I missed out any Black businesses, because Black businesses like GI Media for marketing and Veronica's Version Media, African Activities, they are all incredible people, incredible support, especially with African activities now. They are from Ghana, but they promote African cultures in Southampton and the area. They are doing exhibition. They are bringing drumming. They are hiring drummers to drum the event. All those things are happening. I'm also very thankful to all the villages that we are created on the day. They are volunteering to make sure that they bring the villages to life. They bring their cultures to life from Gambia, Ghana, Mali, Malawi, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Cameroon, 12 of them. I can't remember the rest. So yeah, so all of
Ghana, Nigeria,
Nigeria,
Kenya. Is Kenya there?
Kenya is there, but they don't have a village. Yeah, okay. Sudan, yes, Sudan is what I wanted to say.
Sudan, okay.
Yeah, Sudan is there. So all these people, they are bringing their village to life, and Guinea as well. So they are bringing their villages to life. They're bringing their culture into their village. They are showcasing their culture. They are showing us things that we never know have existed before, and they are telling us their stories in a very authentic way. So I'm so grateful to all of them. I'm grateful to all the volunteers.
Anita, she runs a charity organization in the Gambia about girls' education. She was asking, is there a zone for charity supporting countries?
In the event. You mean at the event?
Yes, at the event.
Well, we've got charities that come in, but we don't, because normally UK here, especially South here, our charities focus internally. They focus internally. They want to support our own people here. But we know that Ghanaians groups, there are individuals in Ghana group that supports different charities in Ghana, and probably we also have a few Gambians that support other charities in Gambia. I'm sure Alhaji is on this call. Maybe he knows what I'm talking about, especially with regards to mental health. So we have. I don't know specifically whether there is a charity that will be supported outside at the event, but So I can't answer the question properly, please. So I can't hear you.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Abdoulie. It was nice having you here. Gis nga métti wu dara olof nga ko tuuti sa jabar dimbale na la métti wu at all. Thank you very much for coming. We really appreciate you being here. And I'm sure we are going to have more of you because I mean you are in CB community being a neka. So obviously there is more to Dr. Abdoulie Sanneh and the work he does. Li nga xam ne mën nañ ko indiwaat. So inshallah xam naa ne dinañ ñëwaat, and thanks so much for coming on board at a very short notice because we talked about it so many months ago, but it slipped my mind. But when I called, and it was a very short notice, and then you agreed to do it. Thank you so much. And unfortunately, I cannot be there tomorrow, but my heart will be there, and I know my eyes will be there because I'll be watching it live. So thank you so much for coming on board. Is there anything else you want to add on to it before we end the show?
I just want to say thank you to the listeners for listening for boring stories. But I really appreciate giving us the platform to be able to connect with Gambians. Majority of the people, I'm sure your listeners, majority of them are Gambians, even though they might be abroad or anywhere. So I'm a Gambian, just like you. I'm doing my best where I live. I'm doing what I love to do. Just try and do what you love to do. We have this notion that we are going back to Gambia, so we don't care where you live. I think I had that when I came to the UK first, but that has to change. Make best use of the time best use of your time at wherever you are at this particular point in time, because that's what my dad used to say. My dad used to say, wherever you are is your home at that point in time. You make best use of it. And I'm trying to make best use of my time here. So yeah, and thank you so much for listening to us. And thank you so much, Fatimata, for your platform.
Thank you so much, Dr. Abdoulie Sanneh. Kon mbokk yi gis ngeen tey suñ docteur Abdoulie Sanneh mii lañ indi woon tey pour waxtaan ak moom mi nga xam ne ci Southampton la nekk di fa def liggéey bu baax, liggéey boo xam ne du ñëpp a ko mun parce que nekkal leader rek nekk ci Gambian community di ko doxal nekkut lu yomb parce que nit ku nekk façon nit ku nekk ngay jànkuwante façon nit ku nekk ngay gis mu mun li moo def lool nag ba pare nekk koo xam ne ku xarañ ci liggéeyam la xol gi set xol gi yaatu parce que xol gu yaatu nag moom mun a amee community moom emut ci Gambie bi rek def na ba yàlla def na indi na ay yeneen dëkka ñoom ñëpp ñu ñëw together ba mun a jàppale ñoom tamit seen waa réew kon ëllëg nag ñu ngi leen a invité ñëpp ci Southampton ñi nga xam ne yéen a ngi boori Southampton boo leen mënee ñëw leen te xam naa ne invitation bi demoon na bu yàgg am na ñu nga xam ne sax dinañ jógee ay London ñi am naa ñu jógee Edinburgh ñëw xam naa ci lu ma leer parce que I was there because ñoom one family lañ so ñu ngi invite ñëpp ngeen ñëw because noonu lañ ko war a defee bu Southampton amee dara ñu dem fekkale ji leen su ko defee Nottingham suñ amee Coventry am Birmingham London Manchester the list is endless su ko defee ñii tamit mun a jóg dem fekk ji leen ci beneen place bañ ko commencé nag lu ndaw la woon waaye yàlla yaatal na ko ba fi mu nekk mu ngi grow it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and you know what they are doing things different to what you usually say from cultural weeks and stuff like that so lu ma ñaax mooy boo leen demut bi yoon it comme que dégg ngeen ko tey ci plateforme bi waxtaanee nañ ko yaatal nañ ko next year plan lañ ko ngeen dem because di ngeen fa gis loo leen xam ne mosu lañ koo gis si yeneen cultural week yi wala festival si nga xam ne Gambien si dañ si dee nekka so may gërëm nag suma jarbaat moom mi nga xam ne moo initiate waxtaan bu rafet bii di muy Adja Ndey Sila muy suma yaay di suma tooma yaay maa ngi koy gërëm bu baax a baax ak doomam may ko fóon muy Baby Sira di gërëm nag mag ji ak toomaa ji rakka ji ak toomaa ji muy Baby Sira moom tamit ñaari Sira moo nekk ci kër gu maa ngi leen a gërëm di leen fóon bu baax a baax because if it wasn't for you Adja I don't think I would have Dr. Abdoulie Sanneh on my platform so thank you so much girl and tomorrow wax naa àdduna si yëpp ne Adja Ndey tomorrow dangaa live and direct ñu seetaan ko téléphone ci poos so guys toog leen ñu déglu tuuti advert su ko defee ñu daal di jeexal conversation bi wante comme ni ma ko waxee rek yéen waa Facebook and YouTube pare na nag yéen waaye waxtaan bi ñu ko yóbbu TikTok si kanam because am na lu bëri loo xam ne moom lañ bëgg a waxtaanee ci TikTok bi so thank you so much i waay lii waaye tey gisuma suma boss bu xaariga sama ananga boo fi nekkoon tey liggéey bu métti bi yëpp dima ko def maa ngi koo gërëm moom tam di ko sant bu baax a baax because tey dafa busy tey waaye flyers yi ak yëpp moom moo ko defaroon so di leen fàttali tamit ne naka la tuddaati Zion mu ngi am event boo xam ne moom la ñoo am biir Gambie moom tamit mu ngi ñëw ci advert di ngeen ko fa gis mooy Dixon ba pare ñu am Gambia kii moom naxaar ba pare tamit ñu ngi am Wally Seck fële sa Seattle on the 25th of October Wally Seck dina nekk Seattle ak suñ benn doom Amani moom tamit Gambien la mu mun woy ba bëgg a dee bu leen rate nag Wally bi nag ku ñu fa diggaat ne ñu mas Seattle dina xumba dina ne on the 25th of October ñu daw nag dem ba Gambia fekki fa Hatib Diané moom mi nga xam ne mu ngi ibiwaat Cotton Night Club ku fàttali ko Cotton Night Club rek di nga xam ne ñun waa Cotton Night Club yi ana ngeen ñu ngi dekkaliwaat Cotton Night Club ka ñan ñoo ko ubbi jigéen ñi nga xam ne moom she's a legend woykat boo xam ne legend la mooy Viviane Chidid moom moo faa nekk ba pare on top of that ñu nga xam xale bi xew si jamono mooy ndaxteloo moom moo faa nekk tamit so kon gaañi lii lañ indiloon tey te bu leen fàtte nag soo leen bëggee def seen shipping bu leen fàtte send for me by Alpha Diallo moom tamit mu ngay def lu nice so xaaral ma def advert léegi nag su ko fi ñu daal di end conversation bi fii si YouTube bi ak Facebook bi jërëjëf.
borom Arène Production biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck Mariasin may sa biige ma biir Seattle la kañ la mani leen le 25 octobre la képp koo xamante ni yaa ngi nekk ci biir États-Unis yaa ngi waajal bis bi nga xamante ni Wally Ballago Seck war naa ñëw biir Seattle dëbb ko ba mu mokk waaye lii lu koy fay xóoba ko waa Seattle tapis rouge lañu woote tapis rouge waaw dañu ma dijjee daaloo kon noonu lay demee tapis rouge la mani la tapis rouge la kay xale yi nga xamante ni ñoom ñoo gën a rafet ca Seattle daal di génn seeni sañse sàjji def seeni cheveux naturel daal di def seen robe yu tubaabe maa la ñamal lii jox ma say nopp ma daat lay wax les tickets sont disponibles bien sûr ticket normal $200 VIP ticket $300 waaye les tables sont à $4000 lii nag moom yomb na nee naa leen gaaw ngeen daal di jënd seen ticket ndax Wally Ballago Seck pare na takk na ba mel ni naana am na artiste invité ma ni leen xale bi nga xamante ne en ce moment moom moo yëngal biir États-Unis elle se nomme tout simplement Amani bu wayee mu neex bu ambiancé mu neex lu mu def mu neex événement bi mi ngi am ci Molway Event Center Wally ni ci biir salle bi laa leen di dëbbalee dëkk bi mu mokk mbokk yeeg xarit yi jox leen ma seen nopp ma daat leen di jigleel ñi nga xamante ni ñoom la ñu jagleel bis bi king of the night Malick Naar Fall borom États-Unis king of the night Dieynaba Demba Diamé father of the night im Seriane Morom borom Bantus Seydi Cissé gaari Njarmeew Moussa Mbaye Ousmane Touré molos of the night Sonia Diamé spécial jet on Khady en Laylo Balma from Texas Brother of the night Alaaji Ngom Abdoulaye Touré sister of the night nag mooy Yande Koddu Mariama Fati Ndey Wat yaa Ami Gay ci biir Aïda Fati jigéen ju mën góor ci biir waaye nag ki nga xamante ni moom mooy Zeynab Gorom ak Traverso jigéen ju mën góor et couple of the night Diza and Dua Baro Nades and Mariane Rocky Ndiaye and Yaya Ami Kayta and Ibrahima Cissé Sira Seck Dabo ak Alaaji Dabo couple référence yi la ilaha illallah princess of the night bangok nag Ndey Yaasin Cissé cat of the night nag Fanta Kora jigéen ju mën góor waaw ñooñu la ñu jagleel bis bi nga xamante ni moom mooy am biir Seattle ak Wally Ballago Seck man di jëdaaloo maa ngi ci biir ku ma ca dëgg ni ma mas vous êtes tous invités.
This is the headline of the entertainment news. Get ready for the most epic night of the year. Join us for the grand opening of Cotton Club Fajara on Saturday, November 8th, 2025 in a spectacular VIP gala night, the Goody featuring Vivian Chidid, La Diva, the melody voice of Africa, Andak Jollof Band, Akand, Daktelo, Halebi Andak Jamano, the Begal Jamano, the Yengal Jamano, Ndaw Goody. Platinum $100,000, gold $50,000, individual $5,000, includes 3-course meal and assorted drinks. On Friday, 7th of November, Mudi Goody Fateleko, Andak Sendanan, Alpha Jeng, to Goody VIP Salsa Explosion Night. For reservations, please call 266-6640 or 266-6638. Limited seats available. Cutting Club, where entertainment comes alive.
Tell him what you need, tell him what you need, right? Say by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we wait, when we remember Zion. Cause the wicked carry us away, captivity required from us a song.